Hello, hello. Welcome to the HVAC Diaries. My name is Jess, but you knew that already. I think I've been doing this for about a year now. I can stop doing my little introduction because you know who I am. I'm an HVAC apprentice here in Vancouver, BC. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, today is Friday, November 4th, and this is my weekly HVAC vlog. Tomorrow is the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. And the reason it's significant for me is because 22 years ago on the 5th of November, my family arrived in Vancouver to start our new lives as immigrants in Canada. 22 years ago. Can you believe that? Crazy. You guys know that the weather is a hot topic for me on this channel, and this week was another rainy one. You could probably hear it in my truck right now. It hasn't stopped raining. In fact, now we're calling it an atmospheric river. I swear, BC has the most interesting weather systems and weather reporting. We were warned about this. Yes, we were warned. Okay, moving on. I actually almost didn't do this vlog today because we've been really slow this week. And I didn't want to come on here and go, we've been so slow. But the reality is that this is my vlog. This is a true depiction of what it's like to be an HVAC apprentice. And the reality is that there are lulls in our industry. In summertime, we're slammed. We're like crazy busy in summertime. But right now is a bit of like a shoulder season. It's not fully winter yet, although we are getting no heat calls. We have also been working on a number of like industrial air dryers, which has been really great for us because those run throughout the year. An industrial air dryer, if you're unfamiliar with them, usually accompanies an air compressor. So when companies, they use compressed air for whatever they're using compressed air for, there cannot be moisture in those lines. When they squeeze that air gun, there cannot be water that comes out of that thing. So there's a refrigerated compressor in that system that we take care of. So we work on a lot of those. So we had a couple of those this week and a few other service calls. I did attend a supplier training this week.
Where it's above 253, 255, 256, you will.
I did try to make use of the downtime this week to do more studying for level 3. And I have to admit, you guys, maybe I'm like over focusing on this or whatever. I don't think I'm overthinking it. I really want to do well at school. In order to pass my course, I need 70%, and I'm looking for at least 80. I was able to pull off 85 in level 1 and 83 in level 2, and I want to stay around there for level 3, but I've heard level 3 is like next level. But I still want to do really well, so I've been preparing. And I just hope I'm like not overthinking it in my mind, overanalyzing it. I don't know. I just really feel like I need to do well at school because I feel like I'm still lacking experience as an apprentice. I know I'm still an apprentice, but I feel like where I am at, I should have more experience, and because I don't, and I think it's because I work with my dad and my brother all the time, and they are very, very hands-on. I do get my hands dirty for sure, but I'm still doing a lot of watching, and I think at this point of my career, I should be doing more than watching. So what I think in my mind is that I need to make up for that lack of experience by doing really well at school. So maybe I don't have the experience, but I have the knowledge. See, my test scores results prove it, kind of thing, you know? It's kind of silly, but I do feel like I need to prove it. So the one job I will tell you about this week is we worked at a sofa factory. Which in itself is really interesting. They've got some really cool machines, like equipment there. They look kind of like laser fabric cutters. I don't know. When the thing starts up, it's like a big whoosh and it's got this blower on the side and it comes and it's like it's very fast and very loud. And they've got lots of other stuff there. So the thing is, they've got 2 unit heaters in the space where the sewing ladies work. There's one area of their warehouse or their factory where they've got 2 rows of sewing machines. There's about a dozen ladies in like 6 and 6. And they sit there sewing all day long like sofa cushions. It's very interesting. So they're sewing and sewing and sewing. And every time they cut and they sew, the fibers from the fabrics that they're using turn basically into dust and it covers everything. So up in the rafters, you could just blow so gently, like, and it'll just rain this fabric dust. It's everywhere. And so what's happened is that fabric dust has landed on top of the vent duct, and because the vent duct gets so hot, that stuff is pretty flammable. It burns, and it's actually burnt right through the duct metal. So much rust everywhere. So A, these ladies are breathing in carbon monoxide for sure. But B, the fire hazard. Like, do you not need your business to be functioning? Like, you don't want this place to burn down. So you guys, when I took the side panel off of the 1 unit heater, this is what I found. I'm not even kidding. Like, there's gas and there's sparks in that machine. It's a matter of time before that thing blows up, catches fire. Anyway, so we have pushed them so hard to do an annual maintenance on those unit heaters. You know, just before winter comes, actually just before fall, we should do a once-over service on them, and the guy just won't. We take care of his rooftop units as well, his heating and cooling units. Won't do maintenance. Okay, do you realize the risk that you're putting yourself in? I don't know. Some battles are hard to fight. But it's not like we can just show up there, set up our ladder, do the maintenance service, and then send him a bill, and then expect him to pay it when he says no. Anyway. And one last thing before I go. Last week, remember I told you about a heat exchanger that we found with rusty cracks in it for that restaurant? So we've been back and forth with them quite a lot because they're going through an insurance company to repair that rooftop unit. And apparently they've approved it. They're like, yes, we will pay for this repair. However, we have to send our own tech there to verify that this is actually the problem. I'm like, are the photos not proof enough? Like, what else are you... What? Anyway, yeah, they've got to send their own guy to confirm that there are rusty holes in that heat exchanger before they'll, like, finally approve the cost. Alright, so it's been a week already. How much longer is it gonna be? Anyway, wow, I sound so complainy today. I've got nothing in the way of personal news this week other than I'm just so focused on going back to school. It's really all I can think of. So that means that I only have one more vlog to do for next week before I'm gonna take a break. I would like to continue vlogging, The problem is that I can't really tell you what I'm learning each week because I'll get in trouble from my school. I got in trouble the first year because I Instagrammed on my stories, which disappears after 24 hours, but I Instagrammed about the format of the exam that I wrote in the first week. It wasn't the final or anything, it was like the first week exam. I was like, there's this many long form questions and this many multiple choice, and I had to identify this kind of thing. And I was called into the principal's office on the Monday, and he was like, we can't have you do that. Which is fine, which is fair enough. So that means I can't vlog about what I'm doing every week. But knowing me, I'm not going to be able to stay away from you guys for that long. So I'm sure I'll find something to vlog about or to record or something. But right now, priority number 1 is getting through level 3. So it's a long time. It's from November 14th all the way to February 3rd. We are taking a break for Christmas. There's a 2-week break, but it seems like a long freaking time. Well, thank you for joining me on this episode of the HVAC Diaries HVAC vlog. I'm sorry there was not a whole lot of excitingness this week. That's the reality. Hopefully next week will be exciting because then I'm going to leave you for a long time. So have a great weekend, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. See you then.